It's Transformers96 here with another video. I'm going to be showing you guys the newest Hot Toys figure that's been shown by Hot Toys, this being the Harley Quinn from Suicide Squad in her prisoner outfit. Now this was a pretty big surprise. Really nobody quite expected to get this one. It's certainly not this late in the game, but Hot Toys surprised us. So a lot to talk about here because the figure is certainly a mixed reviewed figure. Personally, I am not too happy with it, but I'm going to really go in depth as to why I do not think that it is a decent figure, and why I think that the final product probably won't be that good. So let's get into it, though. I will cover multiple aspects, as well as talking about the future of Suicide Squad Harley Quinn figures, if we will get any more. So, first of all, the figure is looking pretty disappointing as far as face sculpt goes. The face sculpt is definitely, it looks realistic. The expression is nice. I wish that they went a little bit more extreme with the smile. I don't need anything crazy, but just something a little bit more. She looks a little too serious. The face sculpt itself looks like a human face sculpt. It just doesn't really resemble Harley Quinn. Now, we do have the official images of the prototype face sculpt from JC Hun, and those pictures make it look a lot better. Let's just dive right into that. Before I talk about that, here are just some pictures from him. As you can see, we have some from the original Harley Quinn that was done, and then you can see the two in the middle are from his prototype images of this new one, and then the one on the side is the picture that everybody likes to throw around, the picture of the comparison between Margot Robbie's head sculpt, or her face, and then the head sculpt for Harley Quinn. Now, as you can see, it does seem to match up pretty perfectly. It really does, but I think that is mainly to do with the fact that the pictures that JC publishes right after a figure is shown usually has a much better face sculpt than the actual prototype images. Even if the prototype images look great, like they look like a fantastic head sculpt, he releases his pictures that just make it look even better. So I definitely think that, as you can see here, taking a comparison between the picture that he posted and the picture from the prototype that was shown, it is definitely not, it doesn't look like the same type of head sculpt. As you can see, the pictures from him seem to have more of a longer face. The jawline is a little bit more defined, rather than the prototype images where that does not seem to be the case. One really good thing I will say about it is the hair. I absolutely love the hair. I think it looks super natural. Love the way that it's colored, and I think it just looks fantastic. I've heard people complaining that they didn't use rooted hair. I'm personally a fan of them not using rooted hair. I'd much prefer the actual plastic sculpt, because you can get it to look perfect like that. With rooted hair, it'll get frizzy over time and it won't stay in a great shape, and there's just no reason for it, especially on a head sculpt like this where the hair isn't going to block the articulation. So the head sculpt I do think is disappointing. Another thing that I really find disappointing is the tailoring on the costume. As you can see, the orange is way too bright. In the movie, and this is a bright image that I found from Suicide Squad. Her outfit obviously isn't this just insanely bright, crossing guard uniform color of orange. It's more of a darker orange, so that is very disappointing. I think that the bright orange is super distracting. It also seems a little too thick. It kind of bunches up behind her neck here, giving her shoulders a more broad appearance than in the movie, which I find very disappointing. I would have liked this to be a lot thinner as far as the outfit goes, and to have a darker tone. I think that is really necessary. And then here it is, just on display at Hot Toys' secret base, and this gives you a good look at the backdrop. Of course, I love the backdrops that they're doing. I think that they're too tall, though, because they can't fit in a Detolf cabinet, which is disappointing. But I do love the fact that they're doing these backdrops. They add something so much cooler to the figure, and I do like hers. It has a completely original design to it, and then they've added like the bars, like in jail, which I think was a clever idea. It does look quite nice and does get across the fact that she is in prison. As you can see here, you can see the bed piece that can be put on top of her on top of her base. I think that that was a clever idea. It's very nice. While sitting though, she's gonna look a little odd on your shelf. I mean, it'll look good for pictures and stuff, but just to have her like sitting on your shelf while where all the other figures around her are standing, that's gonna look a little odd, unfortunately. But I still think that it is cool that they gave you the bed accessory piece. I think that her accessories in general are pretty fantastic. Um, let's see. Going over her accessories, she comes with the book, just like in the movie, which is awesome. The prototype picture kind of darkens the book, so you really can't see it. Although the her on display, you can see the cover of the book, and it's the exact same one from the film. You have her espresso little coffee cup there that has a little plate that it sits on. I think it looks nice and it does look really realistic. The phone, she doesn't use a phone in the scene, and that looks like an odd phone. Like it doesn't even look like the one that she was using before in the movie, but I assume it is. She comes with the backdrop, the base, and the bed piece, which I've talked about, and then you get in an assortment of hands, two relaxed palms. One hand that's meant for holding the book, one hand that's meant for holding the teacup, and then these hands, I can't really tell what they're meant for. They certainly don't look like they're meant for holding the accessories that she comes with. This one looks like it's meant to hold a bat, and this one looks like it's meant to hold a gun, so I'm a little confused by that. Maybe they gave that to you so you can pose her that way if you want to, if you have the other Harley Quinn too. I'm not sure, because they certainly don't look like they fit with the accessories that she comes with. So this figure has gone on pre-order, and it is $220. I think that is definitely overpriced. I think that you're really not getting a $220 figure here. This definitely looks like, I mean, the tailoring looks very simple on the costume for sure, and then the head sculpt being, relatively disappointing. I would definitely price this at about $200. I think that that would be a fair rate for it. And she doesn't come with any like big accessories or anything, so I do think that the price is definitely overpriced. I would love this Harley Quinn figure just because I love Harley Quinn. I'm glad that there's a new head sculpt. It's not particularly good in my opinion, but I am glad that there is a new one, and I do like the accessories that she comes with. So I would love this Harley Quinn, but it's not executed very well, which is very disappointing, and therefore I don't think I'm going to get it. I might wait, and hopefully it'll go get discounted, because this figure seems very similar to the Pepper Potts one that came out, where the figure itself was quite disappointing, and then therefore was on discounts and stuff like that later on. So the Harley Quinn name might be so strong though that this figure actually does well. Who knows? But I personally don't think it's Hot Toys' best effort. I think that their first Harley Quinn was much better and had a good face sculpt. A lot of people disliked the extreme expression on that face sculpt. I personally didn't though. I love the extreme expression, and I think that they actually did the face sculpt well. It does look like Margot Robbie. Now, going over the future of what Hot Toys can do with the Suicide Squad Harley Quinn, there's several outfits that they can still do. Whether they will or not 100% sure, but we do have her prisoner outfit from the beginning of the movie, which I think is a much more interesting version, because she kind of like ties it up. There's holes in it that reveal some of her tattoos. Her hair is done in a more interesting fashion, I think. I would have preferred that version of Prisoner Harley Quinn better than this new one, so I would definitely like to see them actually do that one. We'll have to see if they ever do. I doubt it though, but it would be cool. There's also the Harley Quinn in the blue shirt with her hair kind of down regular. That one I definitely don't think we're going to get, because that just seems like a Margot Robbie figure rather than a Harley Quinn one, so I doubt it. And she's only in one scene in the movie like that. Her other scene was deleted, so I doubt we'll ever get that. Then there's the Harleen Quinzel outfit while she's the psychologist, I would like to see them do that one. I think it would go great with the Arkham Asylum Joker for anyone that has that Joker. Even though it's just a regular figure, it's still a very iconic look for Harley Quinn, so I think that would be great. So I'd love to see that one. I think there is a possibility of getting that one. And then there's also the dress version from the club. I would absolutely love that version of Harley Quinn. I think it's really fantastic. She looks great. Her hair's awesome. I would love that one. My only issue with it is there would have to be quite a bit of of rubber joints and things like that, which would be disappointing. However, just for that look alone, I would definitely be worth it would be worth it to me, even though I'm not a fan of them using rubber joints. I think that it would have been worth it. So yeah, so there you go. Those are my thoughts on this new Harley Quinn figure. Overall, it's quite disappointing, very much like Pepper Potts, I think. But still, it's Harley Quinn, which makes it exciting all on its own. So let me know what you guys think of this figure, and thanks so much for watching.